He take it.
Alrighty, welcome aboard for this edition of the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere, and as always, I am joined by my brother Hylunder, who has decided he wants to show the axe off super quick today. There can be only one.
There
What are we
can be
talking
only one. The flaming T-burst. What's
Yes.
happening, bro?
Not much, man. How you doing?
That's cool when you zoom in like that. That is pretty kick-ass, bro.
Yeah, you never seen me do that before?
I have. Dig that countdown, man. Very cool. You got
Like
Bobby
that?
Orr in there. Kudos to you, young
Who
man.
else would it be? Who? There's a lot of Boston people in there. Number 8 is Yaz.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Bill Russell, the greatest basketball player ever.
Ever. Ooh, my
And
video
then-
sucks, bro. Golly.
Yeah, something's happened over there.
Terrible.
Somebody's downloading 50 movies or something. But you'll get through it.
Oh my God, bro.
It's all right. It gets small.
Yeah. So you got and you got the Big Chief.
Got the Big Chief at 0,
The
but
Big
it's double
Chief
0.
at 00. That's
Double
classic,
0
bro.
is 0. You know.
Double
come on.
classic. That's kick-ass, dude. How are you been? How's
I'm-
the artist world going?
The artist world is going fine. I got a couple commissions I'm working on, trying to get those out. I'm working on the back porch. We're building one for this pergola that we put up when the kids were here. Me and Chris went and ate lunch at a Mexican restaurant, so I got my virus of unknown origin going early today at lunchtime. Took a little nap since then. But had to pick up like 14 2x4s. So the guy with the truck had to come check me out. So
I am going to go out and log back in, see if I can improve this video real quick. I'll be right back.
Go for it. I'm going to talk to the chat and I'll be ready for you when you get back.
Okay.
Go for it. Let's see. My man Real Wade Nation is here. He says Elway is the best football player ever. There's a strong argument for that. I cannot deny that there is a strong argument for that, buddy. Brady, laugh out loud. I'm not putting. It's a 10 countdown, bro. Okay, it's a 10 countdown. All right, we started at 10. You saw it was number 10. We started that. It's Fran Tarkington, one of my brother's favorite players ever. Okay, he was a big Vikings fan when he was coming up. And then Ruben is here. He says, I have one of of only 2 horns that were custom built of pure sterling silver, pure joy. Nice, man. I did not know that you were a musician, young man, on top of all your other talents. Let's see, baseball opening day today. I heard, yeah, man. I was checking Twitter earlier today for stories, and under trending, I want to say about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, under trending, all of it was MLB Boston, MLB Yankees, MLB whatever team. I mean, Phillies. It was opening day today. No doubt about it. The Highlander will be back here pretty quick, but as usual, if I don't keep it rolling along fast enough, the boss gets on my ass. You know what I'm saying? He really does. And he's in my he's in my ear right now. I know you guys can't hear it, but
what do we got? What do we got?
What do we got?
We got the top of the heap there, Big Daddy. You know what it is.
The top
Al
of
wants
the
us
heap.
to move it along, bro.
I mean,
he's all about moving it along.
If you're at the bottom of that freaking pile, man, that is just no way to be.
You were in trouble, bro. You were in trouble.
I mean, you're sucking up dirt. You just people smashing you.
Let's see. Real Wave Nation says, why the hell do you play a Seahawk chicken play laugh out loud? Whatever, man. Leave my team alone. That's my team, brother. Leave it alone. Okay, you know the top of the heap. You know what we got first up. It's always Danny's favorite guy in the entire world, Pootie Tang. He's up here to say,
what a top.
What a top.
Got my dillies on the pepper tank.
Pootie Tang. No, we hate to kill him, man.
No, we hate to kill him, man. According to this headline, it says any attempt on to arrest Putin would be declaration of war.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
That's what Pootie Tang's saying.
He's saying, you know, and usually when somebody that short is talking like this, you know, hey,
it's not good.
It's not good, especially when he's putting tactical nuclear weapons around the map, dude.
In Belarus.
He said he's going to put them in Belarus. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced plans on Saturday to station tactical nuclear weapons in neighboring Belarus, a warning to the West as it steps up military support for Ukraine. Now,
I mean, as a species, we don't learn anything from our past, man. I mean, we've been here before. I mean, we're right back in the Cold War era. It's ridiculous, man. It's the same players all the time, too.
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling I know why he's talking like this. First of all, I guess Pootie Tang,
sign your pity on the running kind.
I'm telling you,
has run out of Pootie Tang because female Russian medics are being passed around between Kremlin officers. Source claim.
I mean,
wow.
Again, I mean, you have to take this for what it's worth, you know, the source. But I mean, what do you say to something like that? I mean, if that's actually true, that's barbaric, right? I mean,
yeah, it is. And he's suffering not only blemishes like that, but real ills, okay? There's a Russian brigade destroyed and reconstituted up to 8 times after losses so far. Russia's 55th Naval Infantry Brigade has been destroyed and reconstituted as many as 8 times since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine began in February 2022, according to a new report. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
On top of this, we got Ukraine posts video of burning ship as Russia finally admits its loss. And I think I've got it queued up here. Hang on. Yeah, apparently they got a ship and nuked it, man. Is that crazy?
Well, I mean, and yet this thing just keeps dragging on, right? So they're suffering losses. They have to reconstitute brigades. I mean, supposedly they've got some of their force going AWOL. They're passing around. I mean, they're kidnapping kids and taking them back to Mother Russia and giving them up for adoption for who knows what. I mean, there's a lot of war. Whoever came up with the saying "war is hell" is right on the money here. But
Knew what they were talking about.
how do you stop this? It's always a tyrant, and it's he attracts like-minded people around him.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you stop it? Short of massive bloodshed, how do you stop it?
Could happen from inside. I mean, we got Russian reconnaissance company refuses to comply with command order. General Staff says the personnel of the Russian reconnaissance company refused to comply with orders, as did 70 people from Russian volunteer units. Source: General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Facebook. Well, that could be propaganda, folks. Take it for what it is. But I mean, it's a bad scrape over there. But that's
and it just doesn't seem to be getting any better. I don't know if is there any negotiations going on to settle a peace. I mean, I don't see anybody going to the table, being forced to the table. They just continue on.
The last I heard of any negotiations, Macron, who's got his own problems in France, was trying to do something, but that was months ago, man. You remember we reported on it. That's the last I've heard of anybody getting to negotiating about things. But as every source has said, this guy right here
got my dillies on a pepper tank.
He could stop it anytime he wants to.
He could stop it anytime he wants to. So
but he's escalating.
Everything seems to come down to money and power, right? So, and on the other side, just to play devil's advocate, is it advantageous for Ukraine to stay at war, receiving the aid that they're receiving? I mean, is all the money going to the war effort? Is anybody making any money? War is about making money, so.
I believe we know from a lot of the evidence before the war even started that there's some corrupt shit going on in the Ukraine.
That's what I'm saying.
The Bidens are heavily entrenched in that place for some reason.
For some reason now, and the only people that are going to pay the real price is those people that are just trying to go to 7-Eleven or work at the freaking tire shop or whatever. These people, they're the ones that are going to pay the ultimate price.
Yeah. Real Wade Nation says, you know what can freaking World War III start already? Nah, we don't want that to happen, buddy. Are we really shocked it's Russia? Hey, at least North quit finally. Yeah. So much for my last comment. Hey, man, I'm trying to keep up with it, man. I'm a one-man show over here, though. My brothers, we're not in the same state. He can't run the show with his tech, so, he can't help me with it. I got to do it by myself. I'm sorry about that, Real Wade Nation. But I'll try and keep up a little better. But what this is doing is these guys like that idiot in North Korea, he feels like he's not being paid attention to, so he fires missiles as the U.S. Air carrier stages show of force with the South. You
want to talk about a kid running around with a loaded gun? That's North Korea.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's just a matter of time before they, lob one of these suckers in. I mean, I hate to say that, and hope it never comes to that, but they are very capable of doing massive amount of damage. Really, they are.
He was showing off mini nukes earlier this week. We've got a lot of stuff here, so I didn't want to overpack us, but they did have an article where he was showing off mini nukes. But
mini nukes from the mini tyrant.
Kim Jong-un, Chong
Ping Chong, Ping Chong,
whoever that guy is, he's getting uppity. And then we've got this story that Danny gave us. Air Force Secretary says he's seen nothing more disturbing in 50 years career than this move by China. Now, what move is he talking about?
Well, they're escalating it. Look at their ballistic missile count. I mean, they've got like 1,500 warheads. They're projected to have like 4,500 in the next 10 years. These guys are really, really, their arms races, they're way out in front. I mean, they're really going for broke here. And the only thing that we can take heart in is, there was another nation that tried to, run the nuclear arms race with us, and it broke them. So
Yeah.
China's been around a lot longer than, well, they're the only really communist country left, really hardcore communist.
Mm-hmm.
But they are really escalating, and they are a power. That's for sure. So now you've got three nuclear powers in the world,
mm-hmm.
and China, the way they're going about their business is that is a scary proposition. And that guy's totally right. We haven't seen anything like this since the Cold War, and China is really escalating. They make no bones about what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
Meanwhile, it really is.
Meanwhile, this I hate to see. I saw this article and I was like, what the hell, man? The Taliban posted photos of hundreds of U.S. military vehicles it said were abandoned in the chaotic pullout of Afghanistan and now form part of its army. Sure. I've never understood leaving capable equipment on the battlefield. I have never understood it. I don't understand why if they're going to leave something behind, why wouldn't you disable it? Why wouldn't you destroy it?
Destroy it in place right there where it can't be.
If you're not going to take it with you, if you're in that big a hurry to leave, why would you do that?
That's just piss poor planning, not only by the president, by his chief of staff, and by all the secretaries, across the board. Everybody that's involved in that, when you back out, they all know that. I mean, we're not career military people. We know that, though, right?
Yeah.
And the way that was done was just atrocious.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's almost like you'd say, "Hey, we're going to leave this equipment for you, so you can arm up."
Hey, check it out, man. We're leaving this here for you.
Free shit. Go ahead. You know what? Because the taxpayers paid for it. We didn't pay for it, so fuck them.
And that's another thing. I'm like, man, you're throwing money around like a drunken sailor. What are you doing?
Because it's not theirs. It's not theirs.
I know.
It's yours and mine, and they don't give a shit. So, why not leave it behind? Fuck them. And fuck all the people that we said we were going to be there to support and help stabilize the region. Fuck it, let's get out of there. There's no money to be made there. Let's get out. Leave the taxpayers' money sitting right there. There you go, man.
Real Wade Nation says, I saw that article too, laugh out loud. Let me say I don't want World War III either. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I figured you typed that wrong, man. I was wondering what that was all about. But we've got problems in other parts of the world too. U.S. airstrikes Iran-backed facility in Syria after drone kills American. It was a contractor that got killed.
Yep.
And apparently, we went ahead and let's see, we retaliated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Syria. I don't know that we need to be getting involved in all that, but
Look, it's unfortunate. Contractor passed away. Those guys and girls know the risk of going over there. They get paid well when they go in that region.
They get paid a lot of money to do that,
and they know the risks for going over there. And I'm with you. I mean, do we need to?
Don't get me wrong. I think anytime that we're attacked by another country, we need to respond in kind, and I'm hoping that's all this is. But yeah, it's a whole lot of saber rattling all over the country, man. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, back here at home, your home state got nuked last week.
The ranch.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's nothing left, is a quote. Deep South tornadoes killed 26. Rescuers raced Saturday to search for survivors and help hundreds of people left homeless after a powerful tornado cut a devastating path through Mississippi, killing at least 25 people and injuring dozens. And
they said that the twister was like a mile wide and it stayed on the ground for like an hour.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
it's big stuff, man. Big stuff. I think we have video here.
Let me tell you what, you talk about
this look at this footage, man.
Sure.
Wow. That's
You talk about a state that
amazing.
is not prepared to. They can't even keep their water on, much less handle the
Yeah.
devastation of something like that.
Well, you want to talk about corruption? That I hate to say it, that's the most corrupt state in the union, and it's it's not
Those
well prepared
people,
for this.
yeah, those
Yeah,
people right there. I mean, unless they've got really good insurance, they're gonna. That's gonna be a wasteland.
yeah, yeah,
State's not gonna be able to step in. They'll be screaming for federal dollars, but
yeah.
that's a flyover state. So Fed is not going to jump down there and help those people out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's it's sad,
That's the
man.
hard. That's the hard truth of that.
Yeah, a lot of those people are going to be moving out of that state, and it's going to make it even poorer a state than it is already.
There's another. I mean, a Gulf state, beautiful state,
Mm-hmm.
wonderful people,
Yep.
but their leadership is just robbing them blind.
Yeah, they are. It's I mean, I think the last thing we had about the corruption in that state was the Brett Favre deal, right? Last year.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
Stealing lunch money, something to that
Stealing
effect.
lunch money, man. Got to get
Yep.
the volleyball court put up at his daughter's. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, my heart goes out to those people, man. It's a hell of a thing, and hopefully they can land on their feet. But God bless them, man. That's gonna be a tough road to hoe right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Mississippi is ill-equipped for that
All
kind of
right.
shit.
Well, we all know about the big news item this week. The Nashville police released surveillance footage showing the shooter entering the school. And contrary to common belief in this, this is how they entered the school. They shot the place up to get in. It was not a bunch of unlocked doors or anything like that.
Look, this person right there, they did their research, man, and
Yeah,
they had a
did.
plan. They knew exactly what they wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and they executed it. What I don't get, man, you want to talk about cowardly people. The
Yeah.
people that, and we see this far too often, this headline far too often.
Mm-hmm.
School shut up, school shut up, school shut up.
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with what? If you're that disturbed, do us all a favor, shoot yourself and be done with it. Why are you killing kids? What is that all about?
Yeah.
If you're that fucked up, go kill yourself. Do us a favor. Let the Lord sort you out, man. Why are you killing people that haven't even started yet?
Yeah.
Who knows who you killed? What could they have done for the rest of us, for the world as a whole?
Mm-hmm.
This fucking knucklehead walks in there because she's goddamn distraught. He, she, whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is really. I mean, this is just. I'm seeing this video for the first time. I didn't see these videos. You're a piece of shit. I'm so glad that somebody clipped this, and those cops responded, brother.
They did. They
fucking
did.
jumped
Matter of fact, we talked about it last night on the show that I do by myself, and I really want you guys to look up the Officer Tatum on YouTube. He does a breakdown of the actual raw footage of the guys going in, and he only had.
Let's get into this. That's my dude right there.
Yeah, he's awesome. He did a breakdown of the footage, and he said these guys did great. They showed up. They grabbed their guns. They weren't waiting. They went in the building. He said the only gig he gave them is at one point the shotgun took lead, and he's like, "You don't do this because if you pull the trigger and you're not watching who's behind them, a lot of people are going to get hit." You know? Yeah. He said that's the only thing I see wrong with this. They did a great job. They were going room to room at first because, of course, they don't know where that person is. As soon as they had stimulus, as soon as they heard something, they were up the stairs as quick as they could get, and they found that person right away and put them down. Their response time was bananas, and he made that video because a lot of people have been saying it's just like Uvalde. He was like, no, it's nothing like Uvalde. These guys went in. They didn't wait for somebody to tell them.
No, they rock and roll, man. They jumped on it. And
cops. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everybody is deciding to use this for their political convenience as well.
Always.
And you can't write this. These guys are going to do this on April Fool's Day on Saturday. Nashville shooting Trans Day of Vengeance. Now, they changed the name of this protest to be Trans Day of Vengeance before this happened. Okay. You would think that they would want to change it, right? Change the name. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to. The protest will proceed in aftermath of Covenant school shootings. And that makes no sense to me right there.
Trans Day of Vengeance.
Yeah, that's what they've called it. And it's a name they came up with before this shooting ever happened. And they're not changing the name of it. It's a very bizarre thing.
Look, man, you know what? And I'm gonna say my piece, and it is what it is. I have the right to say my piece because I live in the United States. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. We agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I am fascinated with documentaries about serial killers. Just the mindset. It's intriguing to me, and a lot of the same common thread I see in a lot of these individuals through either systematic abuse or they're born this way is a homosexual thread. And I don't know what it is. I believe in balance, you know, in all things, body and mind, spiritually, everything. If you're off balance, you see it.
Yeah.
And people act on that, and they do these things. But and that's all I'll say. And you know, I saw this thing the other day. The last 4 mass shooters have been transgender. You talk about people that are just off balance, man. It just seems to me that these people are trying to find who they are, and they don't know who they are, and they're just acting out, man, in a very violent way. It's very bizarre, man, and that's just my take on it. Just people off balance. I will say this, as far as, you know, and people are going to politicize, they're going to talk about guns and whatever.
Yeah.
Again, we've talked about this before. I believe, you know, we have that right to arm ourselves. I believe in states' rights, whatever legislation they come up on in the states, that's the way it should go.
Just enforce the laws. Because this person was under care for an emotional problem.
Should not have had a weapon.
Right? There are laws against people that are taking certain medications and things like that to keep weapons out of their hands.
It sounds like there's a breakdown in whatever systems they have in Tennessee. There should be that cross information. When they pull these people up, they pull up their driver's license, whatever criteria they're using, that should be known. It should be known. I know we have HIPAA rules and blah, 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 but
that's what I was going to say.
When it comes to weapons,
probably the firewall, but
sure.
Yes, that needs to be broken down when it comes
to weapons, man. Come on.
Yeah. I don't want to take guns out of anybody's hands, but there are laws for a reason. You don't want crazy people walking around with firearms. You just don't want that happening. And if somebody is having emotional problems and they're being treated for it, that's a person that needs to have their, not have access to weapons.
Sure. Now, the other side of that is, and let's say, for the sake of argument, these things were in place and they did get flagged and they didn't get a gun through legal means. They can go get a gun from whoever.
That's a fact. Bad guys are going to get guns. They're going to.
Or use a van or use a freaking frying pan. Whatever the fuck their crazy that voice tells them to use, it's what they're going to use anyway. So, but yeah, we need to tweak these laws to be able to make sure that if you save one life, man, it's worth that. So,
yep.
Yeah. So
let's see. Hang on one second. Let me get rid of this one. We've talked about that enough. All right. So the last one on top of the heap tonight. Well, actually, no, it's the second to last one. 7 dead after explosion at Pennsylvania chocolate factory. West Reading Police Chief Wayne Holden said at a press conference on Friday that a large explosion occurred just before 5 p.m. at a chocolate factory. Wow. Let's see, R.M. Palmer Co. That's company. I'm sorry. Plant in the town about 60 miles northeast of Philadelphia. Wow.
60 miles northeast. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's close to Allentown, I guess. But yeah, that's wow. I don't know. Did they ever find out what the cause of the explosion was? A
No,
natural gas? Nobody knows, huh?
they're still
Gee whiz.
investigating what it is. So
7 dead.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
unfortunate,
wow.
man. Gee whiz.
A freaking chocolate factory. Willy
Yeah.
Wonka gone explosive, man. He's gone nuclear.
Boom.
What the heck,
Yeah.
man?
Boom. It happens, dude.
Heart goes
Gee
out
whiz.
to him. And then, of
Absolutely.
course, we had this news today, right before I came on tonight. I had to pull up an article for it. Trump, they have voted in New York to indict him in Stormy Daniels' hush money case.
Yeah.
He will be indicted on criminal charges in New York on Thursday for his role in organizing hush money payments made to an adult film star during the 2016 campaign.
Now I saw a headline that he might be under suspicion for a secondary person as well for hush. Anyway, you slice it, it doesn't look good.
No.
We'll see how it pans out, but it doesn't look good for President Trump. So we'll see how it goes.
Well,
I see if if he actually. That's interesting. How is that going to affect his run for the presidency?
Yeah, that's the whole reason why this is being done.
This is going to galvanize each side, and the thing is, how's it going to do?
All they're doing is energizing his base, man. They,
but it's the people in the center, where you're looking to get more votes. Where is that going to put those people?
Right.
And just real quick, you don't have to throw it up there, but we did have was a Wall Street Journal journalist that was arrested under suspicion of espionage by the Russian government.
Up. We got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got it. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Das Wolfen says it's a misdemeanor, and same thing Hillary was charged with. Yeah. That sounds about right.
So it'll go away then. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go away.
That's the whole thing. What's funny to me is, I don't know if you remember us talking about it last week, but he said he wants to be handcuffed if they.
Yeah, he wants to make a big show of it. Yeah.
It's just it's stupidness, man. I savor for a good leader. I really do. We don't have one. It's a shame.
Yeah, and we were talking today about that, and I'm like, I'm still looking for who I'm going to pull for, because right now it's just.
Well, we haven't even gotten started with campaign season, but they're trying to position. The chess pieces are being moved, if you know what I'm saying, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Oh wait, boss man's yelling in my ear.
What do we got?
Man, he's so pushy sometimes, bro.
Man,
Jock Strap.
It's a Jock Strap. We ain't got much in the Jock Strap this week, but we got some good news for both for teams that we root for. We got some good stuff this week. But yeah, Jay Cutler's still getting snapped around by the officials. The kicker still can't handle a ball.
I mean, in the face, in the
face, even.
Yeah, tough.
Well, the first one is near and dear to my heart. Bobby Wagner. Seahawks reportedly agreed to 1 year, $7 million contract after Rams release. He's going back to Seattle.
Wow, he's going back to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Wow, that was short-lived, wasn't it?
It was short-lived, and I'm really hoping he's going to come home and become part of the coaching staff eventually. He's that kind of guy. He's a pretty sharp cookie, and we could use him. If for nothing else,
definitely a locker room. That's a great leader right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Been there, done that, right?
With Jamal Adams, will love having him around to draw inspiration from and knowledge. And
I love Jamal Adams, but damn, man, you got to get on the field.
You got to get on the field. You got to. Well, the thing about Jamal Adams is he plays like Cam did, and it shortened Cam's career. He puts his body into everything he does, which is great and everything. But if you don't have the body for that, then oof, man, you got to play a little smarter than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they definitely need him on the field. He's a playmaker, but you're not doing the team any good.
His alum, LSU, gets into
the Final Four, right?
The LSU ladies. They get in
Yeah,
there. They're ranked number
they've
3
been
this
putting it
year.
together this year. They've put together a really nice season this year, and I'm not surprised that they're in the Final Four. I think they can take it all. That they have a solid team, and their head coach, the old Lady Texter, man, when the Lady Texters used to run the show.
Right. Lady
Um,
Texters were beasts. They were
yeah,
beasts on the basketball
she's
court.
the
No
head coach
doubt.
there, and she's a no nonsense coach, and I think they have the team that can do it. They got a lot of talent. They're very deep. So yeah, go Tigers, man. Shit, yeah.
Yep. Faux show.
Yep.
Now, we got another college basketball story here. Police involved after Memphis women's basketball Jamira
Hell yeah,
shoots hits
Jamara.
hits Bowling Green foe in handshake line. I don't know if you saw this, Daniel,
Yeah. No,
but
I saw the headline. I didn't read it. I'm like, come on. I mean, you don't see that in hockey. In the hockey, they play a 5-7 game series, and they beat the crap out of each other. But when it's time to shake hands,
she
they just
jabbed
shake
her.
hands and keep on
She
going.
jabbed her. Did you see that? She jabbed her.
Oh,
She give her one of those short jabs, man.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
hang
come
on. I'll run
on
it back.
now.
Let's see. Where is it at? There it is right there. Come on. There we go. Boom. Let's give her a short jab. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hope you feel
It's
better.
a shame. It's a shame. Hope you feel better after that display of unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, man, that's not cool. I don't know if she'd be playing for my team anymore, but you know, hey,
Wow.
what you gonna do? And then we had this story come out this week. Now I watched this girl on Tough Enough, and she died last year. And apparently, news came out recently that WWE wrestler Sarah Lee's death at 30 was not sudden, sources say, and apparently it had to do with she was drinking heavily the day she died. So it's a shame. She's married to another wrestler, and I hate to see stuff like that happen with young athletes. You know, it's a shame. But
Yeah, did she have some demons, I guess? I don't know, man. You know,
yes, yeah.
it's rough.
I mean, look, it's like I tell people about anything. Look, you can become addicted to anything. You know, it's just it comes down to this: if you control it, it's entertainment. If it controls you, it's a fucking problem, and you need to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So apparently, it was controlling her, and that's a shame. I hate to hear that. Man, he's yelling at me again. Jock Strap is really short this week.
What do we got?
Down.
You know what we got? We got the Flix.
We got
And
Luke getting his hand cut off.
The
We
Flix
got
is pretty
Stallone
short
getting his
this
face
week too,
punched
man.
in.
The Flix is pretty short this week too. Let's see. We got the the weekend box office. Imagine that. John Wick 4 blows everything out of the water, man. Made $73 million this weekend. Which
if you're a John Wick fan and you dig those movies, you will not be disappointed with the number 4 edition. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
That's lower than I thought it would be, but then again, it's the sign of the times, you know. People are staying home a lot ever since COVID. So Shazam isn't doing well in its second week. It's 9 million. It's second. Scream 6 is wow. It's still making a few million. Creed 3 didn't go over well either, apparently. And then 65, I don't know what happened with that movie, but it's not doing well either.
Well,
none of these are anywhere near John Wick. None of them are.
I tell you what, man. I mean, we can say COVID all we want, but for me, even before COVID, movies was just not a fun place to go because there was too much preaching going on.
Yeah.
You know, and when I go to the movies, I want to, escape from reality. And if I'm getting preached to, I sure as shit ain't gonna go to the freaking movies. Pay
John
all
Wick,
that money for somebody to preach at me? No.
John Wick doesn't preach at you. Look at the
No. Shit, no.
Look at the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And from what I hear, it's 3 hours long almost.
It is. It's a long movie, but it moves really good. You don't. I mean, the movie's over and you're like, wow, that was actually that long. But it was a good movie. If you're a John Wick fan, you will love the 4th installment. It does not disappoint. John Wick is John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
He
they broke
is.
it down. He made like $80,000 a word. He didn't have a whole lot of dialogue in this freaking movie, man. He lets the guns do the talking.
He let the guns do the talking in that one. Yep. Well, boys and girls, you know what the top story has been this week in Hollywood. It's all about Johnathon Majors. He was arrested last Friday, I believe, for assault in New York.
Mm.
The actor denies wrongdoing. According to a statement from the NYPD, the woman told officers that she was assaulted and was taken to the hospital with minor injuries in her head and neck. He's done nothing wrong, Major's spokesperson said in a statement to Variety. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. And apparently it happened. Let's see. There was a 911 call at 11:14 a.m. And he made
Now,
the
who's
911
saying that
call.
they're looking forward to clearing it? Who is saying that? His
The
attorney?
spokesman for him. No, his representation.
Okay.
His PR people.
Because Hollywood has a whole different thing to say about this guy.
Well, first of all, the Army has taken down his ad.
Yep.
The Army's taken down his ad,
Yep.
which was a good ad, by the way.
Yeah.
Johnathon Majors' ad gets removed by U.S. Army following assault charges.
Yep.
I think there's a quote in here about it. The U.S. Army is aware of the arrest of Johnathon Majors, and we are deeply concerned by the allegations surrounding his arrest. While Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our heads until the investigation into these allegations.
What is he innocent until proven guilty? Why are you pulling down the freaking commercial then?
He either is or he isn't, right?
Prudence
dictates. But hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I mean, honest to God, dude.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
And then we got this other article that we found yesterday. Filmmakers speak out on sociopath Johnathon Majors and his vicious, cruel, abusive nature following arrest. And this has
it's amazing. Where are these people when he's actually doing this shit, right? They make all this money off this guy, and now they're going to throw him to the wolves. He was.
If you read this article from We Got This Covered, it's a couple of different filmmakers, and they said that they didn't want to get people in trouble that were telling them this information.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lot of he said, she said. Jury's out on Mr. Majors. But here's the thing. What does this do to Marvel? Because, man, their entire next two phases are built around this character being the big bad. He's the next Thanos, man. He's the big bad guy in all of them.
Well, it's like you and I were talking before. I mean, it didn't stop DC from bringing back that Flake to play Flash.
Yeah, Ezra Miller.
Any way, shape, or form that they can manage this and massage this, make their money,
right?
While this guy's going through his litigation, they're definitely going to do that. So, Hollywood, you want to talk about infested with racist, misogynistic, hate mongers? That's Hollywood. They preach all the time, but every article you see coming out of that freaking poisonous town is just bad.
It
bad.
Is. There's
perverts.
There's reason why people move out of Hollywood, man. They do. Yeah. There's guys like Kurt Russell, Clint Eastwood. They all get the hell out of there, man. They don't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean?
Hell, I saw an article today about Wahlberg moving his family out of Hollywood to Vegas. Would give his kids a better chance to thrive. Hollywood to Vegas.
Who is this?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Well, yeah. Leave it to a Bostonian to go somewhere else, right? Let's see. Das Wolfen says 65 only had a few real dinos and no plant eaters. Plus, no one got eaten. Well, that sucks. No wonder nobody's going to see this thing. Nobody died. What the hell, man? We want blood. We want blood. But the other one we got, besides Mr. Majors, and by the way, I think the guy's a good actor, but there's a lot of good actors out there that are flakes. I mean,
just crazy as hell.
Dude, one of my brother's favorite actors is Sean Penn, and trust me, he does not want to hear a word that comes out of that guy's mouth when he's not on.
Do your movies. I watched a great movie with him in it the other day. All the King's Men. Great freaking movie if you've never seen it. But as far as him in his personal life, what a freaking wackadoo, but a great actor.
He is a fantastic actor. And I think, sometimes I think that acting really, half these people are crazy for a reason. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they don't know who they are. When you live in fantasy world for so long, I mean, why not be crazy? Shit.
Oof, yeah.
That would seem like the norm, I think, when you're flushing out your personality and being somebody else. I mean, that's got to have an effect on you.
Yes, it does. Okay. The only other one we have under the Flix tonight, and it has to do with video games. E3 2023 rumored to be canceled as Sega and Tencent, pull out of E3. Rumors are it's canceled and have started spreading after Sega and Tencent subsidiary Level Infinite would not be at the show. It is believed that other publishers plan to miss the event, but are yet to confirm. And they list a bunch of other ones that aren't going.
What is E3?
If you read it,
I don't even know what that is.
It's a big video game show. It's not as big as the Comic-Con and E3 is one. Your son knows what E3 is. He looks forward to it.
I'm sure he probably does. And what's with the 10 cent? Could he not come up with another 40 cents, or what's going on with that guy? I mean, gee whiz. Poor man, 50 cents. He's 10 cents.
That's big news that these video game companies are pulling out of E3. I think I may have to do some research and see what's going on with the guys that are promoting this, because man, it's under new management. It says here. It says new management. Reed Pop is the name of it. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're not getting along with those people. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I will have to check into it. But I wanted to mention it because a lot of people that I hang with, and I have a video game show that I'm going to have later on tonight. So, yeah, that's a big thing. Okay, boss. You don't like video games. Get out of my ear, man.
What do we got? What do we got?
Let's go, man.
We got the earthquake.
We got the chick. Oh, my God.
We got the chick trying to put that damn
honest to God.
lipstick on.
These buildings are just crumbling.
Yeah, they are.
Who put these things up? Where's the infrastructure, man? They're just crumbling.
I mean, dude, it's just getting wrecked. But yeah, we got some earthquakes this week. The first one being the biggest earthquake of the week has to be the congressional hearings with TikTok. And I'm going to go ahead and reshare this. I'm going to go ahead and reshare this. Let's see. Stop screen so that we can listen to some of the stuff that went on here. Hang on one second while I get it set up, guys. Yeah,
I have to admit, I do not have a TikTok account, so I don't know what the big deal is. I
recently got one just to push my channel. You know that Blue Angels video I shot? I put that on TikTok.
Okay.
And I put something else about a wreck that I witnessed here.
I saw that video. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was wicked.
And look, it's gotten me a lot of views on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. So I'm going to start. Rhonda says I need to start doing it a lot more often. But hang on, let me get this going real quick.
TikTok.
It's gonna.
So are they saying that this thing? Well, I guess this is a Chinese-owned company.
The
I guess.
Big thing
talking
here
about
is
espionage here.
Yes. The amount of data that they collect and things like that. They're trying to say that it is some kind of front for the Chinese government to spy on. Okay. Now,
well, anything coming out of China is definitely, with the blessing of the Chinese government. So
Right.
It's not a far reach, you know.
Let's listen to what went on here. Now, I believe it's the Philippines they're based out of, though. But
Mm-hmm.
let's take a listen to Mr. Xiao Chu here.
I first of all
Xiao
disagree
Chu.
with the characterization.
TikTok's CEO in the hot seat Thursday. Josie Chu faced hours of tough questions from U.S. lawmakers at a congressional hearing who are convinced the Chinese-owned short video app should be barred for being a potential national security threat to the United States. Committee Chair Republican Kathy McMorris Rogers.
TikTok collects nearly every data point imaginable, from people's location to what they type and copy, who they talk to, biometric data, and more. We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values for freedom, human rights, and innovation. TikTok has repeatedly chosen the path for more control, more surveillance, and more manipulation.
TikTok says it has more than 150 million American users. The company has faced sharp accusations that its U.S. user data would be shared with the Chinese government and that it fails to adequately protect children from harm. Chu began his testimony by highlighting his Singaporean roots and tried to show the company is independent from the Chinese government.
We do not promote or remove content at the request of the Chinese government. It is our commitment to this committee and all our users that we will keep this free from any manipulation by any government.
Chu's testimony capped a week of actions by the Chinese company aimed at convincing Americans and their lawmakers that the app creates economic value and supports free speech amid growing calls to ban it. Several members of the committee also pressed Chu about their concerns about the lack of content moderation on the platform, including Republican Representative Bob Latta, who discussed the death of a girl who took part in a choking challenge she found out about on the app.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of the many devastating examples of children losing their lives because of content promoted by TikTok.
Congressman, as a father myself, when I hear about the tragic deaths of
My question
people,
is,
it's
do
heartbreaking.
you find that good faith moderation?
Well, Congressman, Section 230 is a very complex issue.
Yes or no?
We are very focused on safety, and all these dangerous
I'm gonna have to
challenges
assume
are
that as a
removed when
no.
we find them.
TikTok says it rigorously screens
the way a
content
lot
that
of it
could
went
harm
down.
children and has spent more than
That's the way a lot of it went down. It was a lot of every time he tried to answer a question, they shut him down. You know, they would cut him off.
Now, let me ask you this: TikTok, this is not a new thing, right? This
No, it's been
platform's
around.
not new, right?
It's one of the newer social media platforms, but it's been around a couple of years. I know if it
for a
went
while.
away tomorrow, if it went away tomorrow, I wouldn't care. You know, but there's a lot of young people. My stepson is on it every day, 3-4 times
Sure.
a day, releasing a new video.
My observation is this: the tensions are really at an all-time high between the United States and China, and this is just another way to escalate. I mean, they didn't give a shit before,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
And why weren't these hearings done at the inception of this platform?
Right. I've
If
seen
you've got
returns
concerns about that, why not do it then?
Right. Yeah. Das Wolfen says they are not free speech platform. They can tell when the insta-banned people like Steven Crowder. They insta-banned people like Steven Crowder. TikTok was formed in 2016. So yeah, it's one of the newer ones. But this is the deal, Daniel.
2016.
To what you were saying, I asked the question yesterday. Why now? Why are they doing it now? Right?
Exactly.
And the escalation, what you're talking about with China is one thing, but another would be the fact that it's hurting Silicon Valley here in the U.S. You know, it's taking eyes off of their products. And here's another thing. And you know our government, they love to use a good crisis or whatever, right? Check out what I've got to change screens here. Hang on. Let me remove this. I just used that one for videos. I've got, before I can put this article up, I have to change screens. Just take me a second. Because I don't need sound just yet. But this guy here, Greg Price, now he's with a right-wing organization, but he says the bill to ban TikTok is absolutely terrifying. It gives the government the ability to go after anyone they deem as a national security risk, at which point they can access everything from their computer to video games to ring light, their ring light. This is the Patriot Act of the internet. And if you look at this stuff, I mean, imposing and enforcing any mitigation measures to address any risk arising from any covered transaction by any person or with respect to any property subject to jurisdiction of the United States and that the secretary determines. The secretary, not jurors. The secretary, one person in the government. Okay.
Yeah.
What guy that I watch named Jeremy that does it. His channel's called The Quartering. Hell, there's language in there that says that you can be fined up to $1 million and thrown in prison for 20 years for having a VPN if they think you're a risk. It's you people need to look at this bill. Do not, if you want TikTok banned, fine. Have them write something about banning TikTok. This is not it. This
now
is this
has this bill already been put into law?
It has not. It has not. And people should be reaching out to the congressman or senator.
Now, who's
whatever.
bringing this bill to the floor? Who is the author?
I want to say the guy's from Virginia. I don't have an article on that, but I have read it already. I want to say it's a Virginia
need to
guy.
follow up on that, because if we ask people to contact their government, it would be nice to who actually needs to get contacted, right?
Check out Greg's tweet there, Greg Price's tweet there. It has the information about who it is and everything. Yeah. But it's scary stuff, Dan. If you look at it and read this stuff.
And they put these bills on the floor and they try to push these things through because they just figure people are not paying attention.
Yeah. That's
that's
why I say that, and that's why I brought it up. I wanted to make sure people were aware of it,
Absolutely.
So, but anyway,
just more government intrusion, man, in the back door. You don't even know what's happening. And next thing you know, you got somebody knocking at your door. You're serving you for a freaking warrant, So it's slippery slope there.
Got to pay attention to that stuff, man. Got to pay attention to that stuff. Okay, let's see. The next one we got here is the one that disturbed you a lot. Let me tell you. We got a Russia-Ukraine war update. U.S. deeply concerned by Russia's arrest of an American journalist as it happened. What is this guy's name? Let's see. Deeply concerned. U.S. Secretary.
Seems like he's got a Baltic name for sure. With he's
Evan,
fully accredited.
Yeah, Irvin. Oh man, it's one of these Vitches. Gerskovich. Gerskovich. Yeah.
I mean, that's his platform there. He's got credentials given to them by the ministry over there in Russia to investigate. He works for
the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah. I mean, he's on the job, and again, escalation, right? So, and we haven't had, I was reading these articles. We haven't had a journalist arrested for espionage since the last Cold War. You're talking about, what is it, 1960s, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy's been arrested, accused of espionage, accusing, to try to secure intelligence information about, I believe it's a military site. And they, I know that there's somebody that was reached out to in the Russian government, asked about, is this true? Has he been arrested? And the guy said, well, let me look at my torture chamber, or let me look in my, my graveyards to see if we buried him yet, or if we're torturing him yet, because we've got people like that. And when I get time, I'll check that out. It's a scary time that we're living in where,
that was official what the friggin' Russian government said that when asked about it?
Yeah, that's scary, man. I'm telling you, they really, they have isolated themselves, and they're not going to apologize for anything. Now, I don't know, espionage, that's 20 years. He faces up to 20 years in prison.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a heavy charge, man. He's not going to see the light of day. He won't.
It's good to see you, Pope.
While we're at war. So, that poor bastard. I'm telling you, he, again, here's a young person that knows the risk. He's over there. He's doing his job, but you got to love what you're doing when you put yourself into that kind of situation. And
Yeah.
my heart goes out to him. God bless him. Hopefully he can get through this thing. But he's a pawn in the game now, so he's
Yep.
it's gonna be a tough road for him
Yeah, it
for
is.
sure.
No doubt.
And that's an American being held prisoner over in
Yes.
Russia. So what are we gonna
Another
do?
one.
We went and
It's
got
not
the
a
basketball player. Yeah,
It's not a
went and
it's
got
not
the
a basketball
player. And we're gonna go get this, and we've got other people too. So
Yeah.
they're still over there.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's shocking.
Yep. Okay. Next one you sent me was fire leaves 39 dead and dozens more injured at a Mexican migration center mere feet from the U.S. border. They got that close and a fire did them in.
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently they were wanting their freedom, and in protest they decided to light their freaking um, mattresses on fire because they were going to be sent back to wherever they came from, and they wanted to. They were protesting. They set their freaking mattresses on fire, and instead of getting those people out, the freaking guards were just like,
let it burn. Wow,
it's a hell of a thing.
Are they thinking about prosecuting anybody on it?
Well, was it the president of Mexico says there will be no cover up, where there will be total transparency while this is under investigation, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, man. It's a hell of a thing.
Wow, that's a shame.
Hell of a thing.
People come that close.
39 people. And look, burning to death. Oh my God, man.
Yeah,
that's a terrible way to go.
That's one of the worst ways to go. It really is. Did you hear about New York, Joe? What about New York? I don't know. New York's a big subject.
What happened in New York?
That's a big subject right there. Let us know. Let us know. We don't mind covering stuff live. I can search for things. Let's see. The next one we got here is it just happened. Okay. Well, then I didn't hear about it because I'm on the show, man. But let us know, and I will check into it if we have time. Let's see. The next one, hundreds arrested as protests rage against French pension reforms. Now, we were covering this last week. Yeah, they've got it. Look, get your protest gear out. It is protest season. Okay. We've got pension reforms here. We've got protests erupt across the U.S. amid internet shutdown in India and manhunt for activists. Okay. Then we've got, let's see, I think we've got another one here, don't we? Let me make sure. I don't want to be telling. Oh, yeah. Israel. They're protesting in Israel, too. About what happens next there.
Netanyahu really has attached himself to some hardline, really radical right hardliners, and some people that are in the Ministry of Law over there are pushing for really a consolidation of power at their Supreme Court level, man. And it's scary what they're trying to push through, and I think Netanyahu has pulled back from that.
I would imagine, because I saw this story the other day on the news. I was like, "Whoa, man!"
But he has really aligned himself to become, in power again. He's aligned himself with some really radicals, on the right. So
let's see. Das Wolfman says, "Sorry to bring it back, but Florida says it won't aid in extradition of Trump." That's awesome. Let's see. There was a protest in Kentucky that got some people arrested for insurrection. Are you serious? Oh, wow. Okay. Yikes. Trump. Good Lord. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We need a decent leader. I mean, that guy's got good ideas, but man, he'll bring a bunch of... He'll bring on a bunch of friggin' craziness just because the way he acts. It's a shame.
Would be nice to have a leader that can unite us across all fronts, because we all live here. We're all living under the same roof. We're all family here. We've got to have somebody that can bring us, into balance, across the board. It's not enough this way or that way. There's a lot of people in the middle, man. A lot of us in the middle. And we need somebody that can just, bring everybody to the table and kind of pull us along.
Would be
we're
nice.
we don't have that right now. For
I
whatever
thought Tulsi
reason.
was going to be the one, but no,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's not. So anyway, Berliners vote down a referendum on tighter climate goals. What?
Yeah.
Germany's
Where's the
based
fuck
now?
that?
What? Are you serious? A referendum in Berlin on Sunday that would have bound the city to strive to be climate neutral by 2030 has failed. The city's mayor, Franziska Giffey, said in a statement, wow. They said, no, we don't want your electric vehicles. We like our gas guzzlers. Thank you very much over here in the motherland. Let's see what else we got. Norfolk. Yeah, I had to go searching for this. I had questions last night about the Ohio train derailment, and I had to go searching for this. Norfolk Southern agrees to use Ohio-based firms for East Palestine train derailment cleanup. So they're going to use local workforce.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good news. When are you going to get to it? That's what we're wondering, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you know what? I had to dig for this, Daniel, because I had somebody asking me about it last night, and I said, it is fallen out of the news cycle. It is, no, they're not talking about it anymore, which is just, that's horrible. That place is going to go to the way of Chernobyl, you know? I had a friend last night tell me about this one. Virginia police take armed woman into custody after 36-hour standoff. 36 hours. And it was on a major throughway, I think, there. Update, the woman was safely taken into custody. Richmond Highway will be opened soon. It was on Richmond Highway that this took place. Thank you for your patience.
Crazy
Fairfax County Police reporting that. Yep. There's a whole lot of unstable people out there, man. No doubt.
It really is.
I thought this one was kind of funny. Miami Beach declares state of emergency as mayor considers ending spring break.
Wow.
Yeah. Officials in Miami Beach have declared state of emergency as massive crowds of spring breakers descend on Florida City, causing mayhem, including the shooting deaths of 2 people. Look at that beach, dude. Yikes.
I mean, but that's not anything unusual, right? Spring break, a lot of people.
You would think they'd be ready for it. You know what? This may be another effect of COVID. They probably aren't used to people being out of the house now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. You're
never
never going to see that down in the French Quarter. You're never going to see a headline like that.
No.
You get out of line down there, you just get trampled by a horse.
That's it. They just send in the horses, man.
Come have a good time, but you get out of line, shoot.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be good.
I watch Cops when I'm going to bed, and I love the ones they have from the French Quarter. Those episodes from the French Quarter during Mardi Gras are the greatest, man. They do not play down there.
No.
If you mess around, they're going to take you down quickly.
You are not going to ruin the party for everybody else.
No,
you're just not going to do it.
You're not going to ruin the party for everybody else.
Nope.
Let's see. Das Wolfen says it was a bunch of pro-groomers is probably what he's trying to say. I mean, trans allies that were mostly peaceful protesting in Kentucky, quotes, mostly peaceful, protesting the Kentucky law that bans trans operations for kids. Well, they need to chill the hell out because we need to leave kids out of the equation. That wasn't fair. I was being snarky. I just don't support life-changing surgery for kids, considering how many transition back. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'd love to see
let them grow, let them develop a little bit, man. Let them get into adulthood, and then if they want to make that big step,
they can't make the decision until they're of legal age. I mean, come on. It's not rocket science, people. It's not rocket science. If they want to dress as girls, let them dress as girls, but don't let them. I'm not going to use the word mutilate. A lot of people want to do that and give it a negative connotation. One of my favorite actresses ever was Ellen Page. I dug that chick. I thought she was great. She's one of my favorite video games. She was in the X-Men movies. She was the one that played Kitty Pryde, right? The Shadow Cat. She is now a guy named Elliot Page. She had that surgery, but you know what? She was damn near 30 when she had it done. She knew what she was doing, and she's much happier for it. All the power in the world to her, or him, Elliot. You know, don't want to dead name anybody. That's what they call it when you don't say their correct name. But more power to them. But don't let kids do it. And for some reason, these people want youngsters doing that, and that's just no. That don't sit well with me at all either, John. I'm with you on that one. In other news from the earthquake department, Florida couple has been kidnapped in Haiti and remain held at ransom, family says. And they were, let's see, Abigail and Jean Dickens. God, there's another name here I can't friggin' pronounce. Tosaint. Both three were kidnapped on March 18th around Port-au-Prince, the nation's capital, according to a statement from their families. And if you read on in the article, it'll tell you that the State Department is telling people to get out of Haiti. If you do not have business down there, you need to get out of that country.
Oh, they were down there on business? Were they down there on vacation? Does it say?
Let's see.
Well, anyway, just stay away from that area. Because, look, you go down these areas, unless you're, with one of these cruise lines, that even
the couple went to Haiti to visit family and to attend a festival, but were kidnapped on the bus ride from Port-au-Prince. Yeah, they were down there to see family. Yeah, yeah, and the State Department is telling people if you don't have business down there, get out. So
there's a lot of impoverished people down there, and there's a lot of people looking to score, for lack of a better term, and kidnapping is the way to go.
Yep.
So you really take a chance when you go down to these impoverished countries. So they may be beautiful, but man, you run the risk, dude.
Yeah, you do.
For real. Yeah.
Let's see.
So
okay.
Pray for them. Hopefully they can get out of that all right. So.
I'm trimming some of this stuff out here real quick. Oh yeah, this one I thought, man, wow. This is interesting right here. Dolphin harassment cases opened against 33
what
swimmers
the hell was
in Hawaii. Let's see. 33 swimmers were being accused of pursuing, corralling, and harassing a pod of dolphins on Hanau'a Bay on Sunday. Hawaii's division of. Okay, where's the fucking editor? Come on, guys.
I really find it hard to believe that human beings, unless they had like skidoos or something, ski-doos, that they could actually just swim out there and herd dolphins.
Yeah. Officials
dolphins are
released
impressive
video
swimmers.
and photos taken from a drone, which they said showed the harassment. Authorities were waiting on shore for the swimmers when they left the water. Wow, man. Well, you see them right here swimming out to them. You would think those dolphins be able to get away, but they must have been surrounding them is what they were probably doing, Dan. 33 people. It would take a lot of people to do it. So, yeah. Don't mess with the dolphins.
How powerful dolphins are?
Yeah.
I mean, dolphins could just drill 3 people.
They could jump over it, right? I would think they'd be able to do that. But,
Yeah, I don't know about all
that's the final straw in the earthquakes tonight. So you know what that means, man. You know what that means. Did you bring your mouthpiece, bro? Did you bring your mouthpiece?
Keep my head on a swivel, dude.
You can bob and weave. You better put it on a swivel.
Gotta keep your head up.
Better pad up. Keep your head up and see what you're hitting. Because you know what?
Some of these people do not take that advice, dude.
They did not take that advice as we turn out the lights.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Dude, Kurt Warner, don't go in there. Bobby McRae has your damn number, bro. Okay? That's just all there is to it. My
That is
God.
rough, man.
That was
rough.
vicious. That was some vicious.
I think I saw his shoes fly off as soon as he got hit, man.
He got decleated. That's what
I'm
we call
telling
that
you.
football. Decleated. That means you've been blown out of your cleats.
And that
Yes.
Lennox Lewis combination was just devastating, dude.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was craziness. It was craziness. All right, I'm going to
man.
have to switch between a couple of things here because mine doesn't need sound or video.
Or video.
So we'll go ahead and share it the way it is. For you people out there that think that America ain't no good and you don't like your country and blah, 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 blah. And we heard about these people damn near killing themselves to get here. Check out these two people from Cuba. 2 Cuban migrants fly into Florida on a motorized hang glider. They flew the 90 miles it takes to get here on a hang glider. Let's see. From the communist island to Key West on Saturday, Florida said. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office said the duo landed safely at Key West International Airport at about 10:30 a.m. and were turned over to the U.S. Border Patrol. Border Patrol officials in South Florida did not answer a phone call Saturday seeking a comment. But if you keep reading the article, there's a pilot that commended them for how well they did crossing the ocean. They did it on a hang glider, man, a motorized hang glider. That's how bad they wanted out of that joint. That's so.
Well,
look,
if you've
guys,
ever seen the movie Fly Away Home, there was a father-daughter team that flew from Canada down to I think Florida, or maybe it was South Carolina. I don't know, with some geese. It can be done. That is a rough road to hoe, though, man. But
right,
and crossing the ocean like that, because the currents there must have been, the winds and things like that, very dangerous. But I mean, how bad is Cuba? You gotta get a freaking motorized hang glider to get to America. That damn America is just a terrible place where they hate everybody. We're gonna go there anyway. So must be something that they like. How bad is Cuba, right?
How bad is Cuba when people want
to do that? I guess they got tired of driving those 1950s cars they got over there.
We've heard how many stories, man? How many stories have we heard about people just, putting together rafts to get off that island? You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It is completely crazy. But yeah, that's so if you guys don't like, just remember, when you're saying all this stuff, railing against people that you just think are evil and all this stuff, remember, you live in a country you can do that at. These people don't. They don't,
and they risk their life knowing full well they might not make it.
Get out of there. They may not.
They might not make it, but they'd rather do that than live in the country they're living in.
Yep. Das Wolfen says dolphins would leave those humans in their wake if they weren't enjoying themselves.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I would think. And
dolphins are powerful swimmers. They really are.
He says, I've been in an ultralight, and they can be scary if you hit some bad winds. Yeah, and they're crossing the ocean, man. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. That is. Yeah. I mean, I understand you can fly one of those things, but damn it, it is not the perfect flying vehicle. That's for fucking sure.
I don't think they're built to be doing that,
No, so. It's a hang glider with an engine strapped on it,
Sure. Sure.
But anyway, well, boys and girls, we come to that part of the show where, my brother has to give out the award for the biggest idiot of the week.
Biggest idiot of the week.
He likes to call it the Simple Jack Award.
Yeah,
it's the award we give out for those people. They're trying to do good. They're trying to, make things happen for folks and stuff, but they just can't help themselves. They just get in the way. And we have a special one this week because, of course, we go back to it occasionally. It's the Otis POTUS edition this week, boys and girls. The Otis POTUS edition of the Simple Jack Award. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm going to let him say it in his own words.
Honest to God, I really try to find somebody else, but this our president, just week after week.
Set this up before I show it.
I mean, honestly, week after week. So, we had the mass shooting in Memphis, and President Biden comes down to meet the press, and roll the tape because
okay,
I can't even explain it.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband, and I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal? One of the best guys in the United States Congress, Ben Cardin.
Boys and girls.
What the fuck?
That guy, that was not a comedian on opening night. That was the President of the United States fixing to address the public about a tragedy.
What is going on?
What is
It's so bizarre. And then everybody in that room is just going right along with him. He's the funniest thing in the world, and ha 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 ha, and everything's great and everything's wonderful. Meanwhile, people are losing their lives in a tragic situation, and we got a bunch of people, I use that term loosely, people, laughing at this. This guy is in a totally different world. He's living his best life. Joe Biden is the president of the United States. He's a career politician. You want to know what's wrong with this country? There's the face of it. That's your poster child for what's wrong with our government in this country. This guy has just been doing this forever, and now ice cream?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Coming down to talk about kids and teachers dead, and he's
talking
telling
about
jokes.
ice cream.
He's telling jokes, man.
I mean, the guy's just totally in his own different world, and that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
I mean, the guy is total full
Totally
retard.
retard. And that's why we call it the Otis POTUS edition.
Otis POTUS edition, man. I mean, every week I have to try to find somebody else, but this guy right here, every week he just does something, just leave you scratching your head going, wow, there are millions of people voted for this guy for president.
Never go full retard.
This country's gone full retard when they
Full
put him in
retard.
office. Full retard. It's bad. Let's see. He laughed when he was asked if he knew what a Christian school had been targeted.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Rome, the downfall. It's
It's burning, dude.
It's burning, bro. It's burning. It's in fuego. All right, boys and girls, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what's going on with the channel. Of course, you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix, where we break down
Comment, like, and subscribe to support the channel. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? I always forget to do it. I appreciate you helping me with that, man. And of course, about 10 o'clock tonight, I'll be playing video games at about 10 o'clock. Me and Dallas are going to get together and do the postseason this week. Probably see the Super Bowl tonight. Yep. He went with me to pick up some 2x4s today. I call him up and buy him lunch when I need a truck. So,
Yeah,
man, we had a good time. But that's at 10 o'clock tonight, Central Time. All these times are Central. Then, of course, Saturday, you'll see me plotting the pages of the Privateer. I'll be plotting page 11 this weekend. Hopefully, Just Fire Jim will stop by. He's been busy here lately, so we'll see if we see him or not. But I do it for about an hour at 1:30 in the afternoon Central Time on Saturday. And then WrestleMania is this weekend, guys. check me out on Pop Culture Minefield's channel for Dork Side of the Ring. Me and Danny Ballard and Johnny Rock talking about the first night of WrestleMania on Saturday, the results, who won, who lost, and what's going to happen on the Sunday night show. And maybe we might have some matches made during the first night. We don't know. You never know what they're going to do in WrestleMania. It's going to be a lot of fun. There you see Cena and Austin Theory are going to open it up with a match for the U.S. title. And, of course, the last match is going to be Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, and that's going to be a lot of fun. The son of the American Dream.
American Dream, Dustin Rhodes.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will be taking on Roman Reigns. Maybe he'll be able to end his 3-year reign, just about 3-year reign as champion. But you can tune in at 1 o'clock on Sunday before WrestleMania and check that out. 1 o'clock Central Time. And probably won't be a state of the apron in that show, but I usually do a bit about the smaller independent scene and people trying to get to the big show on State of the Apron. And that's all brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRA Radio. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, you can meet me and my friends as we talk about today's it's usually pop culture oriented, but we had some heavy stuff this week happen, and I wanted to discuss it this week on State of the Apron. We do that every Wednesday at 5:30 Central Time in the evening. So, for myself, JoesAtmosfere, and there can be only one, the Hylunder. I want to thank you for being here tonight. And oh, wait, I got one more comment. Oh, yeah, it's Das Wolfen saying good night and good show. All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Muchas gracias.
And we will see you next week for another show of the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Until I see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.